If you want to fly, give up everything that weighs you down. This simple yet powerful idea has been echoed through the ages, reminding us that to achieve true freedom, we must first release the burdens that hold us back. Buddha. These words are simple, yet profound. They resonate deeply within us, urging us to reflect on the things that prevent us from reaching our full potential. They speak to the human desire for freedom, for the ability to move through life unencumbered by unnecessary weight. Imagine the feeling of running through an open field, the wind in your hair, and a kite soaring high above. This is the essence of freedom, for reaching our full potential. When we let go of what holds us back, we open ourselves up to new possibilities, new heights, and new achievements. It's like watching the sunrise over the mountains, a new day full of promise and potential. But what does it truly mean to fly? Is it merely the act of being free from physical constraints, or is it something deeper, something more profound? To fly is to embrace the boundless possibilities that life offers, to soar above the mundane and reach for the extraordinary. And what are the weights that hold us back? We all carry burdens. Some we can see, some we can't. These weights can be the expectations of others, the fear of failure, or the regrets of the past. They can be the heavy load of responsibilities or the invisible chains of self-doubt. These burdens can be physical, like an injury that limits our movement, or the fatigue that comes from pushing ourselves too hard. They can also be the weight of unhealthy habits that drain our energy and vitality, mental or emotional. They weigh us down, holding us back from our dreams. The mental burdens can be the constant chatter of a restless mind, the anxiety that keeps us up at night, or the depression that clouds our days. Emotional burdens can be the pain of a broken heart, the grief of loss, or the loneliness that feels like a heavy cloak, holding us back from our dreams. Like a climber scaling a mountain, each step can feel like a struggle when we are weighed down by these burdens. But with each burden we release, the climb becomes easier, and the summit comes into view. Like a hot air balloon tethered to the ground, we cannot soar to new heights until we release the weight that binds us. The ropes that hold us down are often of our own making, tied by our fears, doubts, and insecurities. We cannot soar to new heights until we release the weight that binds us. Imagine the moment when the ropes are cut, and the balloon begins to rise. The feeling of liberation, of lightness, is indescribable. This is the power of letting go. Imagine a bird, its wings heavy with rain. It struggles to stay aloft. The rain represents the challenges and obstacles that life throws our way, making it difficult to keep going. It struggles to stay aloft. The wind and rain batter its wings, but it keeps fighting, keeps pushing forward. This is the resilience we must embody in our own lives. We too can feel bogged down by life's challenges. The weight of our struggles can make us feel like we are walking through a storm, each step heavy and difficult. But just as the bird must shake off the rain to fly, we must learn to let go of what hinders us. We must find the strength to shake off the weight of our burdens and rise above them. We must learn to let go of what hinders us. Letting go is not always easy, but it is necessary for growth and transformation. It is the act of releasing what no longer serves us so we can make room for new opportunities and experiences. It's time to break free from the weight and discover the incredible power of letting go. When we do, we find that we are capable of so much more than we ever imagined. We stand on the edge of possibility, ready to take flight. Let's embark on this journey to lighten our load and soar to heights we never thought possible. Together, we can find the courage to let go, the strength to rise, and the freedom to fly, and soar to heights we never thought possible. The sky is not the limit, it is just the beginning. Let's spread our wings and embrace the boundless possibilities that await us. The most obvious burdens are physical. These can be material possessions that clutter our homes and our lives. Too much stuff can weigh us down, making us feel stressed and overwhelmed. Think about a time you had to move. Remember the exhaustion of packing and unpacking countless boxes? That feeling is a physical manifestation of carrying too much. But physical burdens can also be about our bodies. Excess weight, lack of exercise, and unhealthy habits can leave us feeling sluggish and drained. These physical limitations can impact our energy, our self-esteem, and our overall well-being. It's time to ask ourselves, what physical burdens are we carrying? What can we let go of to feel lighter and freer? Our minds can be our own worst enemies. They have the power to create a reality that feels heavy and burdensome, even when the external world might not be as daunting. This internal struggle often goes unnoticed by others, but it can be a significant barrier to our happiness and success. Negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, and past regrets can fill our mental baggage with unnecessary weight. These thoughts accumulate over time, much like a cluttered room that hasn't been tidied in years. Each piece of mental clutter adds to the load we carry, making it harder to move forward with ease and confidence. This mental clutter can lead to stress, anxiety, and a feeling of being stuck. It's like trying to navigate through a maze with no clear exit. The more we dwell on these negative thoughts, the more trapped we feel, unable to see a way out of our mental labyrinth. Imagine carrying a backpack full of rocks. Each rock represents a negative thought or limiting belief. The weight of these rocks can be overwhelming, making every step forward feel like an arduous task. You wouldn't get very far, would you? The constant burden would force you to stop frequently, draining your energy and motivation. This is exactly what happens when we carry around mental baggage. That's what it's like to carry around negative thoughts. They weigh you down and prevent you from moving forward. The journey becomes less about reaching your destination and more about managing the weight you're carrying. They weigh you down and prevent you from moving forward. The uphill battle feels never-ending, and the exhaustion can be both physical and mental. It's a cycle that can be hard to break. We may tell ourselves, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never be able to do that." These self-defeating thoughts become ingrained in our psyche, shaping our actions and decisions. They create a self-fulfilling prophecy where our doubts and fears manifest into reality. These thoughts become self-fulfilling prophecies, holding us back from our true potential. But it doesn't have to be this way. We have the power to change our narrative and break free from the chains of negativity. It's time to unpack those negative thoughts and replace them with positive affirmations. By consciously choosing to focus on the positive, we can lighten our mental load and create a more empowering mindset. Challenge those limiting beliefs and focus on what you can achieve. With determination and a positive outlook, you can overcome the mental barriers and reach new heights. The journey to a lighter, more positive mindset begins with a single step. Emotional baggage is often the heaviest to bear. It's an invisible weight that we carry with us, affecting our thoughts, actions, and overall well-being. Unlike physical burdens, emotional baggage is not something we can easily set down or walk away from. It lingers in the background, influencing our decisions and shaping our interactions with others. Past hurts, grudges, and unresolved conflicts can weigh us down for years. These unresolved emotions can manifest in various ways, such as anxiety, depression, or even physical ailments. The memories of past arguments, betrayals, and disappointments can replay in our minds, keeping us stuck in a cycle of pain and regret. We may not even realize the impact these emotions have on our lives. They can cloud our judgment, making it difficult to see situations clearly or make rational decisions. Over time, this emotional weight can erode our self-esteem and hinder our ability to form healthy relationships. Imagine a helium balloon tied to a brick. The balloon represents our potential, our dreams, and our aspirations. It wants to rise, to soar high into the sky, but the brick symbolizes the emotional baggage that holds us back. The balloon wants to soar, but the brick keeps it tethered to the ground. No matter how much the balloon tries to rise, the weight of the brick prevents it from reaching its full potential. This is a powerful metaphor for how our unresolved emotions can limit our growth and happiness. That's what emotional baggage does to us. It keeps us anchored in the past, unable to move forward and embrace new opportunities. We may find ourselves stuck in old patterns of behavior, unable to break free from the cycle of negativity. It prevents us from experiencing joy, happiness, and inner peace. When we are weighed down by emotional baggage, it becomes difficult to fully engage in the present moment and appreciate the positive experiences in our lives. We may find it hard to connect with others or to feel a sense of belonging. Holding on to anger, resentment, or guilt is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. These negative emotions only serve to harm us, creating a toxic environment within our minds and bodies. They can lead to chronic stress, which in turn can have serious health consequences. It only hurts us in the end. By clinging to these negative emotions, we are essentially allowing the past to control our present and dictate our future. We become prisoners of our own minds, unable to break free from the chains of our emotional baggage. Forgiving ourselves and others is crucial to releasing this emotional baggage. Forgiveness is not about condoning the actions that hurt us, but about freeing ourselves from the grip of those past experiences. It is an act of self-compassion and a step towards healing. It's not about condoning their actions, but about freeing ourselves from the pain of the past. By letting go of our emotional baggage, we can begin to live more fully in the present, embracing the joy and opportunities that life has to offer. We can finally allow ourselves to soar, unburdened by the weight of the past. Section 5. Stories of taking flight. History is full of individuals who achieved great things by letting go of their burdens. Consider Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for 27 years. He could have emerged filled with bitterness and hatred. Instead, he chose forgiveness and reconciliation, leading South Africa out of apartheid. Or think of Oprah Winfrey, who overcame a childhood of poverty and abuse. She chose to focus on her strengths and her passion for helping others, becoming one of the most influential women in the world. These stories remind us that no burden is too heavy to overcome. By letting go of what holds us back, we can achieve extraordinary things. Section 6. The Art of Letting Go. Letting go is not a one-time event. It's a continuous process of awareness, acceptance, and action. It's about making conscious choices to release what no longer serves us. Start by identifying the burdens you carry. Are they physical, mental, or emotional? Once you've identified them, you can begin to address them one by one. For physical clutter, set aside time to declutter your home. Donate or discard items you no longer use or need. The act of letting go of physical possessions can be incredibly liberating. Section 7. Finding your wings. To combat negative thoughts, practice gratitude. Focus on the good in your life, no matter how small. Replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations. Remember, your thoughts have power. Choose them wisely. Dealing with emotional baggage can be challenging, but ultimately the most rewarding. Seek professional help if needed. Therapy can provide you with the tools and support to work through past traumas and develop healthy coping mechanisms. Remember, letting go is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. It takes courage to face our burdens and even more courage to release them. Section 8. Embracing the updraft. Imagine yourself as a bird, finally free from the rain-soaked feathers. You feel lighter, more agile. You spread your wings and feel the wind beneath them, lifting you higher and higher. This is what it feels like to let go of your burdens. You gain a new perspective, a sense of clarity and purpose. You're no longer held back by the weight of the past or the fear of the future. You're free to soar to new heights, to explore uncharted territories, to live your life to the fullest. Section 9. Soar to new heights. The journey of letting go is not always easy. There will be times when you want to hold on, when the weight feels too heavy to bear, but remember the feeling of freedom that awaits you on the other side. Take it one step at a time, one burden at a time. Celebrate your progress and be kind to yourself along the way. So I ask you today, what are you willing to let go of to finally fly? What burdens are holding you back from living your best life? The choice is yours. Choose to let go and soar to new heights.